Hey, everybody. I'm Michele Gay, Executive Director and co-founder of Safe and Sound Schools. I am also a former educator turned school safety advocate, based on some very personal experiences that my family experienced in Newtown at Sandy Hook School. Tragedy experiences and loss experiences. We lost our younger daughter in the tragedy at Sandy Hook School. Really kind of galvanized us around this mission and legacy that we created for our little girl, Joey. And that mission is Safe and Sound Schools. So, we get to join forces with lots of people like this panel and talk about solutions and really have difficult conversations and look at how we can better, prevent, respond, and recover our communities from all forms of crisis that we're facing. Our mission, in short, is supporting school safety. But then the big question becomes, what is school safety, right? And if you ask 10 people, you'll get 10 different answers. And usually those answers kind of lean in towards what any given person's skill set might be in the school or community. Maybe it's, physical safety and security, maybe it's cyber, maybe it's mental and behavioral health, maybe it's actual health and wellness, maybe it's culture and climate. It really all depends, I think. And that right there is where we chose to lean in as an organization, given the myriad challenges of school safety that we see across the country. It's a little daunting, right? You look at that and you look at all these different kind of views of what school safety is. So we really chose to kind of step back and look at the big picture. What are all the things we're facing? What are all the kind of areas of concern and threat and challenge and really areas of opportunity? And so we developed what we refer to as our framework for comprehensive school safety. We've identified 6 key domains of school safety, and each one of these is, in and of itself, enormous. There's all kinds of programs and experts and initiatives and resources that exist within each one of these buckets, as we kind of loosely call it in our organization. But I'm going to take you through them a little bit just to cast that vision of how we look at school safety and really try to embrace the big picture, but also make it bite-sized, if you will, for folks, so that there are key areas that you can resource map and you can realize, gosh, we've really done a ton of work in physical safety and security, but not so much in mental and behavioral health. And those are really strong needs in our school community. So this is designed to help us not miss anything, kind of map our resources and really fill those gaps. So mental and behavioral health is a very big domain, one of our cornerstones that really refers to everything from behavioral threat assessment and management to suicide prevention, bully prevention, a lot of the social emotional development and skill building that we like to see in our kids and within our community. And some of the folks that we have in our school communities that can help and support that are school psychologists, social workers, school counselors. We even have community-based providers that can help and support as well. So really want to help folks to understand and explore that domain and understand and explore the resources that they have and they still need to develop. Health and wellness, really kind of a standout during, the height of the COVID, pandemic. I felt like nurses were suddenly recognized for all the amazing things that they champion in our schools and communities, but making sure that kids are healthy when they come to school, that they're fed, that they're managing stressors, their overall wellness is at a state where they're ready to come in and learn and participate. So lots to explore in the health and wellness domain in terms of nutrition and wellness, vaccinations, healthcare. We see some of our school communities have health clinics, and that's a great example of a way to support health and wellness right in the school community. Physical safety and security is one that I think, that's where a lot of people go in their heads when we talk school safety. They're thinking locks, they're thinking alarms, technology, apps, and that's correct. It's about setting us up in the physical plant. How are we setting people up? What tools do we have? What processes, what layers of safety and security? And nowadays, that includes all things cyber and online. Culture, climate, and community is another cornerstone. It's one that I think a lot of people take for granted. But the idea here is that we really are engaging the community, our students, our staff members, our parents, our school leaders, of course, law enforcement, all of those folks that you would hope to see at the table. But this is an area where it comes down to community engagement. Are we creating a shared culture and a welcoming climate for all students and families in school? So there's a lot to that. Leadership, law, and policy really refers to, who's at the helm, who's helping to, clear a path, chart a course, develop a vision, develop school policies, help us to understand laws and codes and all of those things that we need to adhere to. That's often our superintendents, our state leaders, those types of folks that really kind of guide the mission and kind of block and tackle for most of the work that happens at the ground level in our schools. And then lastly, operations and emergency management. That refers to another area that I think we're all pretty familiar with these days, the drills, the procedures, what are the routines, what are the processes for day-to-day things like arrival and dismissal, and also what are the processes for a crisis? What do we do when there's a fire or a tornado or an act of violence on or near campus? So having those things set in place and making sure that everybody knows what to do, everybody knows the language, and everybody is trained. So that kind of gives us the broad picture of those 6 domains. And of course, there's lots to explore, but hopefully it gives you a sense of the fact that you're not in this alone. School safety is a team sport, and there are a lot of amazing people with gifts and talents in each and every one of these areas that make up this big super team that does school safety for our schools and communities.